guys, this is the Gaming Revolution here and welcome back to an all new Black Ops 4 Zombies DLC 2 video. It has finally been revealed by Treyarch. The map is going to be called Ancient Evil. You can see the map on screen right now. Now, we did get an interview with Craig Houston and Jason Blundell. You can think of it as a bit of a DLC 2 trailer, interview style.
Origins is exactly what it says on the tin. We're going back to the very moment where the four heroes meet for the first time. Nikolai, Dempsey, Takeo, and of course, Richtofen.
And I will play that for you guys in a second. We don't have too much information. However, Craig Houston and Jason Blundell revealed that this is going to be the last Chaos Storyline map within this season. Now, I don't know whether this means that there is going to be a second Zombie Season Pass possibly coming out next year. That is very well possible because, you know, there were leaks within the PlayStation Store a while ago saying that the Black Ops Pass would be Chaos only. So maybe, due to all of the hate, since people want to see Ether Storyline maps, they might have changed that. So DLC 3 and DLC 4 within the Black Ops Pass are going to be Ether Storyline maps. So I believe that Treyarch have changed up their DLC season from what they originally planned. So this map will leave on a cliffhanger. Now the map is going to be set within Delphi, within Greece. Now we already knew this because it is teased within Voyage of Despair's ending that I'll play for you guys right now.
It all just went back to how it was before. No one will ever know.
That apparition. I've seen it before. I know where it is.
Is it somewhere you've been?
No. Only in books. But I do know its location. Greece. Delphi, to be specific.
Then that's where we're going next. If the bad guys are there, there's a good chance my father is too.
And chronologically, it takes place after the events of 9, where obviously within the intro cutscene for 9, we are within some mysterious cave and we inhale a bunch of alchemical vapors. We essentially become high and we obviously enter the hallucination and we enter the Roman Colosseum. And we take on the roles of obviously the servants. And within the ending cutscene, unfortunately, we end up dying because the Order kill us. They behead us. So we don't know what happens next, whether we wake up from the hallucination back within this cave, or I don't know. But Delphi is a very interesting location for a zombies map. It's a very beautiful area right by the sea, and as you can see from the image from the map, it does look very, very beautiful. Now, Jason Blundell and Craig Houston said that there has been an ancient ritual that has been going on here for quite some time, where an ancient evil lays. I'm assuming the boss zombie will be another god, possibly Zeus. Now, we do see within the image for the map, we can see all of these Italian structures that I'd assume belong to the Romans, and we will probably face once again the Ancient Order here, and I don't know what the ending is going to be, but I cannot wait. We do see the foot of a zombie. I feel like that's the boss zombie. I don't know, it kind of looks that way, so maybe we'll have some gigantic, huge boss zombie on this map. But the sunset looks very, very nice as it's glistening through the clouds. Now today we got a brand new Dead of the Night music trailer. Within this, we find out how Godfrey was put under mind control by the cult. As we see, one of the cult members does actually kill him. However, he resurrects him with the Scepter of Ra, one of the specialist weapons that has the ability of resurrection. For some weird reason, when he is resurrected by this, it allows him to control his mind. And within the Voyage of Despair ending, we know that Bruno has been corrupt by the Order. So within this Greece map in Delphi, we, I'd assume, be curing Bruno of the corruption and his mind control. That is, if we do find it out and we manage to prevent it in time. Or alternatively, is that the cult have a purpose for Bruno, hence why they controlled his mind in the first place. There is a purpose to him, so he could be part of our crew to sabotage our crew and make us fail. That could be the cliffhanger for Ancient Evil's ending, because our characters do not know that he is tainted, so it could be a cliffhanger where we find out at the end as he sabotages our crew. Since I'm assuming we are going to be doing the Zeus trial, he could sabotage us from actually finishing that. that. Or alternatively, we may actually cure him, but I'm assuming not, since that wouldn't really be much of a cliffhanger. We'll just have to wait and see what happens. But yeah, the cave that we are within the 9 intro cutscene, I believe is Delphi. We will most likely wake up after we are killed within 9's ending, back within the cave, and that is where the map will take place. Now, alternatively, Ancient Evil could be set in between Voyage of Despair and 9, because that is what all of the leaks were saying quite a while ago, because we know that in between Voyage of Despair and 9, they go to Delphi in Greece, which I believe is the cave that we see within the 9 intro cutscene. So it could actually be set during those events leading up to the 9 intro, and that would make sense, as the leaks were saying that we would cleanse Bruno from the Order on this map, and that's what we could do within Delphi. The only counter argument to this is that on 9, Bruno does talk about hearing voices within his head, so people assume he is still corrupt by the cult, unless we only partially cleanse him, or we think we've cleansed him, and he actually isn't cleansed, or we cleanse him and he becomes corrupt again, or something like that. However, it could still be set after the 9 ending, and we may go back to the cave after we've exited the hallucination, possibly. Or maybe because we died within the hallucination, it could cause us to go back to a warped version of Delphi, a corrupt, broken version. Those are 2 possible options. It could be after 9, or it could be before 9. If it is before, that means 9 will be the final map within the Chaos storyline, which would make sense since it does leave on a cliffhanger with our characters being dead, and then we won't find out what happens until either a following season, if there is going to be another one within Black Ops 4, or the next game. Now, through the entirety of the Chaos storyline, we are still yet to see Alistair Rhodes' big reveal, Scarlett's dad. We know it's going to be happening at some point, it's inevitable, Scarlett with her daddy issues, and with this being the so-called finale, maybe this would be the perfect opportunity for them to finally reveal her dad. If that happens, there could be tension. Maybe he could turn on her because he seems like a bad dad, and he might have just been using our characters all along. But yeah, DLC 3 and DLC 4 will continue with our Ether storyline, so for those of you guys worried about that, without further ado, I'm just going to play for you guys the interview with Jason Blundell so you can hear it right now and get a look. I guess you can think of this as a trailer, so sit back, relax, and enjoy.
Right now, I am here live and in the flesh.
Live.
With Jason and Craig to catch up on all things zombies. Gentlemen, welcome.
Hey, John.
Hey, John, it's good to be here.
All right, so for zombies, in today's blog post, we mentioned that there's a new experience coming in March, which we'll get to in a moment. But we've got the name to reveal. We've got some stuff for today.
Some stuff.
So
it might be an idea to kind of recap a little bit where we're up to.
I like where you're going. It's like you're in my head thinking my thoughts. Go with that.
See that? That was me transmitting the idea to you,
worked.
John. So, obviously, with launch of Black Ops 4, we've kind of had more maps than we've ever had at this stage. So it's, been really funny that we had our 2 Chaos maps at launch and our 2 Ether maps. And then we had the Dead of the Night, which is a little bit of a palate cleanser, but now it's time to announce that after all the craziness that the characters went through in Voyage of Despair and 9, they are now going to be going somewhere else, and that is going to be the focus of our next map. Now, what's fun about this is, with all those launch maps, things were a little bit crazy for the characters and the community, but now those guys know what's going on a little bit more, so they are going somewhere new, somewhere they're already on the journey to, and people have seen the outros, will have an idea about this. We are going to Greece, and we are specifically going to Delphi. Delphi! What do you know about Delphi, Jason?
It's in Greece.
It is. Right. Plenty more facts like that coming up.
It's called expert knowledge.
But what, now that people and the characters understand the rules of the Chaos story a little bit more, we're going to do something interesting here, because we are actually going to be visiting a world where a Sentinel trial has been running for a very, very, very long time, because as some people will discover, Sentinel trials tend to end when they are completed or when everybody dies. So in our new level, there are some other characters knocking about.
Yes.
And you're going to have to find out about them and what role they play and why this trial is continuing and where it's ultimately going to lead them.
Because all our previous maps, we saw the trial start.
Oh, yeah.
So this is the first one where this trial's been running, as Craig said, for a very long time.
All right. So in addition to we teased the key art this morning. We've got an image of that Tommy can throw up, but we also have a name.
There we go.
There we go. Lovely.
Boom. Ancient Evil.
Ancient Evil.
Ancient Evil.
Yeah.
Like I said, a long time. That's what ancient means.
We were like, how do we hint to the
Get
audience?
the thesaurus out, Jason.
Yes, ancient evil.
So yeah, as I say, this one is it's the kind of map that I really like, where there's a lot of events and characters and significant story shifts within the map. I mean, going back to what we were talking about before, you know, there's some things hanging over our characters. If you saw the outros of Voyage of Despair and 9. And all of those things will come into play. You know, people they've been under the influence of drugs, but some of them, as players will know, are also under the influence of some other forces, and all of that is going to come to bear in Ancient Evil.
So I believe that there's a little bit of news that you wanted to share in terms of sort of the twisting and turning of the storyline and sort of where it's headed.
Yeah, so this map represents the last map of the Chaos story for this season.
Mm-hmm.
So
Jason, where are you going with this?
So
what could it mean?
So this is the cliffhanger here.
Maybe a step too far, but it's cool.
He can go higher in pitch if he tries. So this is
the wrong pants.
this is the last one of the Chaos story for this season.
For this season.
So the next two, so going into our DLC 3 and DLC 4, will be back to the Ether storyline.
It's one of those things. You know how Jason and I have often said we like to have our cake and eat it. It's nice the fact that we're going to have a kind of nice even split, 4 and 4, between Ether and Chaos, because we still enjoy them.
Yeah, we like our cake and eat it, and a small cake factory on the side
and
as well.
And a second cake.
Yeah.
All right, so there's all of that cake coming in March,
yes.
But that doesn't necessarily mean that there aren't any updates, double negative, sorry. There are updates coming tomorrow.